As the police investigation continues into the murder of 58-year-old Mohamed-Aslim Zafis, who was stabbed to death more than a week ago right here outside his Rexdale mosque, disturbing new allegations are emerging about the 34-year-old suspect, who may have been a follower of an online extremist group that anti-hate researchers describe as the worst of the worst.
The ideology and what they've actually accomplished sets them in a very different playing field than any other kind of hate group we discuss, any other neo-Nazi group we discuss. They are in a category of their own as the most heinous, as the most extreme.
Guillaume or William von Nuytgem of Toronto has been charged with first-degree murder in the death of Mohamed Zafis, who was sitting in a chair outside the IMO mosque when he was attacked. It appears the suspect follows a hate group that the Canadian Anti-Hate Network describes as a Hitler-worshipping neo-Nazi occultist group that's been around since the 1960s and may number around a few thousand worldwide.
The members, or I should say adherents of which, believe that by carrying out absolutely heinous acts, including torture, rape of minors, murder, that they are somehow communing with a higher power that's going to help them in their goal of creating a satanic empire.
Experts believe that adherence to this highly dangerous and racist group has carried out terrorist attacks, assassinations, and murders over the years. And part of their goal is to infiltrate other hate groups and push them towards more extreme acts. Toronto police have not confirmed a connection between the Rexdale murder and this underground group, but continue to investigate the possibility that this was a hate-motivated crime and that there may be a link to another recent murder in the same area of Peter Singh, who was also a member of a visible minority.
It's all incredibly disturbing. It's deeply concerning.
Mustafa Farouk, the head of the National Council of Canadian Muslims, says the existence of alt-right, white supremacist movements is not new in Canada, but that it's on the rise. A few years ago, there were about 150 of these sorts of groups. He says research shows there are now close to 300, with thousands of members.
It's terrifying when you have organizations like the Three Percenters that are actively training in Alberta. They are militarized, they have machine guns, they build bombs, and they actively train for a showdown with the Canadian Muslim community. And our government has known about this and has done nothing.
Canada's political leaders, including the PM, took to Twitter to denounce the murder of Zafis and the possible connection to Islamophobia and neo-Nazism. But Mustafa Farouk says that is not good enough.
If we want to look at the real part of the reason that this is gaining traction in Canada, we have to look into the mirror. When we don't do anything to stop these groups, even though we know that they exist, we know that they're militarizing, we know that they're active, and we don't do anything to stop them, we have ourselves to blame.
Farouk says to prevent more deaths like that of Mohamed Zafis, there needs to be greater political will to fight online hate, to find ways to list and demilitarize neo-Nazi groups and take their threats more seriously. In Toronto, I'm Pam Seatle, City News.